Hello students, this is my first class on YouTube and it is about what is physics. What is physics and what is the physical world. So as you can see that physics is a law of nature. It is a law of nature, and what is nature? Nature is everything which is around us. It is nature. The sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, even our bodies. So all this constitutes nature. And physics works with the laws of nature to unfold the different dimensions of nature, to unfold or to understand nature in many ways. That is physics. Suppose the Newton's law of motion. What is the Newton's law of motion? It is to study and understand the motion of a particle. So it is all about understanding nature. So physics is all about understanding nature. And how it developed, it is that at early stage, when the beginning of the physics, formulas develops by mere observations. What does that mean? In those time, there are no instruments, or there are no advanced technology as we have today. So those people are good observers, and they observe that nature is repetitive. Nature is repetitive. So when you observe a repetition day after day, you formulate some formulas, and they derive those formulas by mere observations only, and they call them physical formulas. So at early stage, physics formulas are developed by observations only, so they are good, very good observer. You want to learn physics, you have to be a very good observer at first, because the basic fundamentals principles of physics are derived just by mere observations. So nature is repetitive, and nature repeats itself, and so day after day they observe and they formulate some formulas, and this is how it starts. you know at those times, at the times of Newton or Galileo or Archimedes, there are few instruments, very not that advanced instruments as we have today, but by those instruments they developed such fundamental principles of physics which are still very very useful. At the macro level, the Newtonian mechanics is the most appropriate. But at the micro level, all the Newton's laws of motion breaks down, fall apart. But in our day-to-day life, at macro level, the Newtonian mechanics is sufficient and very appropriate. So, but the Newtonian mechanics is not developed by instruments or any other things. It is developed only by observations and to study the motions of particles. Physics is very easy. Just you have to have a open mind to understand it. For example, when you rolls a ball in floor, what happens? The ball stops after some time. Now, why the ball stops? Because there is a contact between the floor and the ball, and if the floor is more rough, the ball will stop, or the ball will travel less distance, or if the floor is more smooth, then the ball will travel more distance. We all know this. So because there is a contact between the ball and the floor, the ball stops. Smoother the floor, the ball will travel more path. But in physics, in physical term, this contact between the floor and the ball is termed as friction. So you all observe it, but in physical terms, it is named as friction. So just to know physics very easily, you have to know the physical terms very well. You just have to know the physical terms. You all know power, you all know about energy, work, power, force. You all know those words, but what they meant in physics, what they are meant by in physics, you have to just know this. Once you have known those terms very eloquently, very in details, that what is force, what is meant by force in physics, what is meant by energy in physics, what is meant by work in physics. We all use the word, we all use those words, that is work. He works in those factory, he works in this office. But in physics, those physical terms, what they mean, you have to know that. And once you have known those physical terms, those basic fundamental terms, you know physics very easily. So physics is not the difficult subject we all think. It is actually very easy. We have to know the physical terms very easily. And I'm very sad that in YouTube or any other internet, the online classes, the they take, there is no basic concept wise class, that what is force, what is energy, what is um, units, what is dimension, what is meant by friction, what is meant by motion, what is meant by systems of particles. So those fundamental terms, once you have known these fundamental terms, you can learn physics very easily. And I'm going to take classes on those fundamental terms. And so physics is the law of nature. At early stage it is derived by observations, and nature is, since nature is repetitive, and those repetitions makes formulas. And to learn physics, you have to be very good observer. Okay, so, and if you want to join my class, online class, and if you belong to ISC or CBSE or ICSE, in either of the class 9, 10, 11 or 12, so contact me on this number. You can WhatsApp me, or my Facebook, you can connect me through Facebook also. My Facebook page name is also Physics School. I'm giving my Facebook page link on the description box below. So see you there.